Hello, everyone. This is Cynthia Toet for Your Hidden Love Story. This is episode 21. Can you believe that? Episode 21. Woo, 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 woo. And we are talking about flipping your feels. Woo, woo, woo. Flipping your feels a round two better. The reason why I come on this channel and to do this show is I really believe that we have all been misled, misguided, and through our emotional selves throughout our lives. And I would like to be here to help flip our script around. What do I mean by misled and misguided is I believe that we have been told not to believe in ourselves, to shut up, to be quiet. We don't have time to listen to you. Go to your room. And then throughout time, we get to the point that we really don't believe in this awesome, amazing, beautiful soul that we are. We become more afraid. We don't trust in the person we are. We are more afraid of the person we are. And with all of that right there, just with that one little word right there, it really doesn't allow us to operate in this awesome, amazing, beautiful space that we are here to live in. I believe we're here granted life, to live life, to give us this awesome, amazing, beautiful space to be in. I see my camera is not picking up some things. Oh well, that's a part of life. So, and you know, like, you know how many times we've been blamed for doing something, maybe we didn't do it, and then we go away, and then we feel less than, we feel not home, we don't feel complete. Now I see my brother's answering over there. Am I on two different streams? Oh, hi Briley. Hello Gregory. So happy to see you guys here. I see you guys are in the chat. Did I leave? I must have left my message in the wrong chat. Am I live? It looks like I am. I have another chat open over here. Maybe, hold on. I'm going to close this one down. Move this one over. Technical stuff, you know. Technical. You guys don't see it, but I see what's going on here. Let me, it's probably something I don't really have to worry about, but how did that happen? Hold on just a moment. Oh, yeah, it did. I was typing in a chat that isn't even alive yet, so let's see. All right, hold on. You know, it's just another day, you know. It's one of those things that happen. And it says I'm live on the right one here. Good, okay. Open that one up. Okay. Please subscribe to the channel. Yes, it really helps as we're moving forward in this day and age and getting this type of message out there to other people. And I do readings in about 30 minutes after I get the show going. I do a little bit of spill time, a little bit of talk time. Am I moving there? I am moving around, so okay. Okay, and I want to just thank everybody for coming here and being a part of the show. I really appreciate it. And Briley, I'll make sure that you're the first one that gets a reading. And then, you know, this show is about flipping your feels, which is exactly what it is that I do. And I like to kind of like just incorporate what it is that I do within the show. Is we're taking those stories that we have been led and guided, and the ones that make us feel less than whole and complete, the ones that don't make us feel vibrant, those stories that make us feel like, you know what, we're questioning ourselves, we're questioning what it is that we're doing and what's going on next in our life. And when we start to question ourselves, and when we start to not go full into trust or just full into doing, then we're actually not living up to that fullest purpose that we are, that full person that we are supposed to be. When we're actually blaming the world for this happening and that happening, and that's why I'm not happy, it's time for us to flip our script around. Let's try not to be focusing on everything that's going on out there, and let's focus on what's going on in here, because where our happiness comes from within. It comes within our beautiful souls. It comes into our beautiful being. It comes into what it is our belief structure is, how our thought process is. When we're thinking the thoughts of being awesome and amazing, because you're awesome, you're amazing, you're special, you're one of a kind, and you're unique. And when we're operating from that vibrant self, then we're actually able to get more done. We're actually able to get a lot more done. We're actually able to function. We're actually able to live our lives in this awesome, amazing, beautiful life. That's my main reason for coming on to this TV program, as a TV host onto this program, is to help each and every one of you flip those stories around, those stories that are not serving you, those stories that keep you in lack, those stories that keep you in blaming, those stories that keep you in grief, those stories that keep you in that less than mode. Let's get those stories that actually get us warped down into that lower. Now what's it say? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. Oh my goodness. All right. Hi, Sunny. Yes, you're here. You found true love. Puppy love. You guys are talking in the chat before the show gets going. I'm not real set up today, but I got enough to say. I always got enough to say, right? It is about living in that higher vibration. As I keep believing, I just wanted to ask Dalen feels about me. Okay, I will answer that after I get done with my first part of the show, okay? And you might have to remind me again. And they're a Cancer, I see. All right. That's so. My brother's a Cancer too. He's in the chat. And Sonny, you love your dog before you love yourself before you love your dog. That's good. That's good. That's the best place to be. I wonder why are you guys getting my streaming okay? It looks like it's okay on my phone. All right, let's see here. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm closing that. Oh, I need that. Wait a minute. Get back here. Oh my goodness, I just closed the whole screen. I can't have that. All right, so I didn't even start the show up right, let's go really start the show. I really got off track today. I'm going to do the show starters, and then I'm going to go right into a commercial break, and then I'll be right back. I am so thankful and grateful for all my subscribers and all of my YouTube likes and comments and the donations and the subscriptions. It all helps me grow this channel to a bigger channel. I was at 25 subscribers. got myself too busy doing too many things before showtime. So anyhow, last year I really had to go through a lot of stories of my own where I had to flip my own emotional stories around to this better story so I could actually live and breathe and move forward, so I could stay this happy, vibrant self of mine. Because anytime my mind thought goes into this less than feeling, then my body suffers, and it just takes a second. It just takes a second for the mind thought to happen. And there is actually techniques that you, clearing techniques that we can use to actually help shift that mindset right away. Hold on a second. Turn your toy off, Nine. It's getting into everything. It's getting into everything. Look at it. Okay, that's off. Oh, okay. Oh, I got one of those. Vacuum cleaners that vacuums the floor, but it likes to find every single cord there is in the house. I mean, I think it's crawling up the walls to get to the cord to pull it down. It's just so funny. So, but it is our mind. I wanted to tell you something. You guys, you're not even listening to my show. I see my brother come in and he's just talking away. You would like to hear it. Okay. Anyhow, so and it was the moment those lower feelings actually get into the body. It actually can take us under for the day. It could take us under for a moment. It can take us under for an hour. It can take us under for a day. It could take us under even longer than that if we're not really randomly catching when that lower emotional thought actually comes down. What we got. Barley, why are you crying? No, we don't want to be crying. We want to be loving that individual person we are. We want to love the soul we are. We want to love the things that we love to do. You know, like last year, I went through a divorce last year, right? And when I said the words, my divorce, I would be crying like that, and it would take me under. It would emotionally take me under. I mean, I would be happy and joyful, and I would say those two words, just those two words, and it would make me fall. I mean, emotionally, not just emotionally, it would take my body under. And myself being aware of flipping your emotional stories around to this better story, I knew right away that I had to come up with a new thought process. I'm going, those were two words. Why did those two words take me under? And I'm going, what can I do to flip that story around within those two words? And I changed the word my to the. And immediately the heaviness that started to creep over my body and hold me under and like suffocate me vanished. It went away just instantly. Because what it did is when I was saying my divorce and I was owning it was all of my responsibility that all of this was happening. But when I changed it to the, there is lots of love here. When there was the word the came in to it, it made it a process. It made it a procedure. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my responsibility. I was just part of the process. I'm just part of the procedure. But I was amazed. I was amazed at how quickly the energy shifted from really being felt like I was being held down to being lifted up and being inspired and ready to go on and continue on with my day. I mean, I was out and around walking my dog and everything and had all kinds of energy that day, but that moment those two words came in my mind, it was like I was ready to lay down right there, right in the middle of the baseball field. But, you know, I learned how to flip my script around. And from myself going through this journey of learning about the emotional self and learning what it takes to actually find a new emotion, a new feeling to replace the old story, it got myself to actually write a book. So I wrote myself a book. I wrote a book right here. It's called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. And so I could actually come and start teaching other people what it is that what I mean by flipping your stories around to a better story. And I did take a course with Book to Fortune with Arfeen Khan. And let me do a little advertisement on that so you can get a little bit closer because it has a better camera view of the book. Let's see. talk about on a commercial?
Yeah, what's she gonna talk about?
She's going to talk about, did you know that Cynthia Toet, she's an author. She wrote a book this year called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. Woo, 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 woo. Yes, that's the book that she wrote, and it is on Amazon. It is an ebook and a hard copy, whichever you prefer. Go over there right now and grab your copy right now to see what it's going to take to flip your emotional story around to better. Okay, back to the show now. Well, who's not going to be single much longer, Greg? All of us? You guys are so funny. I'll put my book away over here. So anyhow, so my journey actually led me into becoming an author and writing a book, because I flip my internal fields around. Hello, Kathleen. So happy to be here. So happy you're here. I got back from a birthday dinner in Chico from Christian, and now helping both kids and someone over the phone. We'll be back as soon as you're done. All right. Well, thank you for letting us know. We really appreciate it. Now I lost track of where I was. I wrote the book last year, so I became an author. I made myself, I made a deck of cards last year called You're Flipping Cards. I made those last year. And I became a TV host to be right here for you guys, to help you guys flip your emotional script around to a better script also. Woo-hoo-hoo, really, is that coming from your reading? So, and I always draw some cards from my own deck. And again, my deck is not for sale. It is a very limited edition. That is the only deck at this current moment. Maybe one day I'll get off my behind and figure out how to produce it at a larger scale where I feel like I don't have to overproduce it too soon, okay? And so the cards that came out today is dreams are coming true. So, you know, our dreams, they are coming true. We have to keep believing in them. We have to keep going forward with them. We have to believe that we are already perfect. You know how you can believe you're already perfect? Well, imperfect is your new perfect. And we're all imperfect. So if we're imperfect is our new perfect, then we're all perfect. What a way to be. Woo, 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 woo. Happy birthday to Christian. Yep. And it says, togetherness is a mutual agreement. You know, we can't be together with another without it being a mutual agreement. And then the last card out was to enjoy the process. Because when there's, you know, people that are coming together, when sometimes it's a process in coming together. And it's not always perfect, so we can enjoy the imperfect process. And knowing that in the end, it becomes a mutual agreement. Paul Floyd. And you see that looks like a spy. A spam, is that? Okay, let's see. Okay, like if we're I'm going to just take a few emotions to kind of bring it into this part of the show. Is if we have if you're blaming someone else for this is the reason why this is happening, I want you to, instead of blaming the other person, let's allow the other people to be exactly the way they are. We do not have to. No, I'm not doing the readings yet. After 10 o'clock. You got 11 more minutes. When we are in the middle of blaming for someone, then that energy is a heavy energy within ourselves. But if we can allow the people to be exactly who they are or what they're doing, and just go into yourselves and you to be yourself, it actually takes the blame game away. Nobody else is responsible for the way you feel, act, or be. We are internally the ones responsible for our own internal selves for the way it happens. You're sorry, Paul. Oh, poor baby. Bye-bye. Hang in there first. Yeah, you'll be first. Anyhow, and then like if you feel like you're blocked from somebody, we can also realize that, we don't have to feel blocked. When we're blocked, when I know that I feel I'm blocked from somebody, or if I block somebody else or something, it actually allows me to be more productive. So it's pretty cool, because nobody can really block you from from what it is that you're truly destined to do. And if you are defensive about how somebody else is or done or be, again, we really need to pull our energy out. We've been taught to look out there all of our lives for all of our answers. And I want us to rewire that and look within for our answers. So when we're becoming defensive, we're normally defensive because the way somebody else is being or doing or acting or whatever towards us, that we can be more forgiving, meaning we're not taking in whatever it is that they're projecting out upon us, that we can still just be that awesome, amazing, beautiful soul that we truly, really are. And we can forgive them for not knowing any different or any better, for, being able to push our buttons. Hi, Sarah. And Sarah, you can be the second one on the list for a question. And then when I know grief takes us under for quite a bit. By the way, I want to let you guys know, remember the last show we had Donna here, my neighbor. She had her brother come home, and her brother passed away here. And so I've been helping her with her grieving too, but she's happy that I'm the one that's helping her with the grieving process, because it's helping lighten her load, instead of feeling like she has to, be sad for the next 3 months or 6 months or a year. She can realize that, death is part of our process of life. She can realize that, when our time comes, our time comes. We don't have to, the ones that pass on don't want us to live in sorrow. They don't want us to not be living our lives. The ones that pass on really want us to continue living our lives. So if we can actually just lighten the load of what grief actually really truly is, to how we've actually become accustomed to it, where it could take us for years and years and years. I remember when my mom passed away, I had just gotten well from the fibromyalgia, and fibromyalgia is pretty much a bedridden condition. And when I started getting well and my mama had passed, I knew that grief would take me back under, and I yelled to the Lord. I go, Lord, what do you want me to do? You want me to start grieving? And the Lord says, no, Cynthia, I want you to apply what it is that you used to get yourself well with the fibromyalgia. I want you to keep your mindset on the higher vibrational mindset, so you can keep living your life and going on this beautiful journey you got. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I actually threw up my arms and prayed at that moment and asked God for that, because He gave me permission to keep on moving forward. But it doesn't mean that, when the death comes upon us, it still is heavy, because when her brother passed away, it was heavy even on me, and I just met her brother. So, but we can become at peace with it. It lightens the load. It makes it so it's not so heavy. And let's see, blows my mind sometimes. You also have the gift too, Greg. Okay, wait. What blows your mind sometimes, Greg? You have the gift too, Sonny. Okay, so and then when we're afraid, instead of, every time I was afraid, like when I became the TV host, instead of going into fear, you know what I went into? I went into trust. I went into confidence. I went into full gear. Okay, I'm afraid of this. Go. I put on my driving shoes. I got my race car. And so it is about our thought process. We have to really pay attention to how our thought process is operating within ourselves, because it actually affects our emotional self. And our emotional self is what takes the body under, or it can keep us floating and keep us going and can keep us moving in this beautiful, awesome, amazing direction. So let's see, what other cards came up? Oh, okay. Then I have I like to do this love your inner goddess, Okay, I drew one card before the show, and the one that came up was Starborn. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to read. Anyway, back to the show with Cynthia. Thank you, Sonny. My brother's taking over the show. I told you he likes to take over now. So, Starborn. It says, you have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your inner feelings about things, especially when your inner feelings is at odds with the appearance of something. Sometimes it is when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. Ooh, 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 yay. You just cannot see it yet. You have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. You cannot get there with logic or planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Follow your heart along the spiritual path is going to lead you to the best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. I'd love that, because all I've been doing for the whole last year has been following signs to live my life, and it has brought me beautiful, beautiful, awesome, amazing feelings, amazing days, amazing ways. It just allowed life to feel like I was already living this happy ever after fairy tale dream of a life. So let's go on to see what this card says. It says, there is stardust in your soul. The earth loves you. The earth loves you. And you are meant to be here. Each one of you are meant to be here. But you may feel in your heart that it comes from some other place. Human behavior may not always make sense to you. It may sometimes seem unnecessarily cruel and selfish. As you let yourself fall deeper in love with the earth, enjoying her creativity and beauty, you'll learn to hear her in your heart, where you can fall more deeply and completely in love with yourself. You'll understand your purpose and why you chose to bring your starry-eyed souls to her as a human being, living the life you are meant to be living. You are realistic that there are certain ways that you can help others to open up the wisdom that your heart already knows. And each one of us has that. Each one of us has a certain part of us that can open up somebody else's wisdom, to open up their heart that they know. We just have to learn what part that is, because we've truly been shut down. But I'm here to wake us up. You cannot always understand why things are the way that they are, but we can always make a positive contribution towards healing change. Your life mission is to be happily you in the way that makes you feel most true. To fall in love with your life here on earth just as much as you fall in love with your soul for the heavenly stars. You are meant to be here, each and every one of you. You are meant to be here, shining in this beautiful, loving star on earth. And let's see what the ritual says. It says you can do this exercise physically or by visualizing, feeling, imagining, or pretending. You are going to gaze at the stars at night, lying on your back. If you can, perhaps somewhere in the nature, if that is possible. But if we're pretending, we can make that possible. Feel the pleasant heaviness on your body, connecting to the earth. As you relax and gaze at the stars, as you put your body down on the earth, and you're all of a sudden start to relax and look at the stars, you actually start to relax. You start to get lighter. Imagine that you can open your heart and receive the starlight that generously shines. Maybe you see and feel the shooting star. That's another star-born soul, just like you, making the way to the earth to increase love and light on this planet, just like you. Okay, now we are going to end this part of the show. So it's going to look like I'm, saying bye-bye. I am to this part of the show, and I'll see you on the next show. But I will, after I end it, I'll come right back, and that's when I start doing some readings. All right, where are we at here? I want to thank you so much for staying till the end, because it really helps with all those clock hours on the YouTube to get those 4,000 hours that I'm after to help build my subscription up and my time on YouTube. And I want you all to remember to live your love story today as if it's already here. I want you to live let what you do and be the romance of your life, and live from your passionate self, because that's where love resides. It resides within ourselves. Let that love within ourselves be found, and let's radiate from that point of view. And if you'd like any coaching program, or if you'd like any tarot readings, that information is down below in the description. You can also go to my webpage, which actually gives you more detailed information about the coaching, and it gives you more detailed about the tarot readings. But if you want to go I'm going to do Barlin, and then I'm going to do Sarah, and then I'm going to come back and do my Monday reading. Okay, we'll do it that way. Of course, I'm going to mess up my sequence that way, but that's okay. All right, so Barlin, this is about your love back here. Galen feels about you. Okay, we're going to see how your love feels about you. Whoa, opportunities. Ooh. Let's see what the opportunities is with your love. What's going on? How does he feel? Well, don't give me half the deck on the table. Well, let's see. What's going on with this love life out there? Says new, so there's a new opportunity full of color through a rainbow colors. Maybe he thinks about you with rainbow colors. Let's see. New beginnings, maybe. New with love. So maybe, okay, so maybe at one point or time, maybe this person was feeling a little sad or a little like in isolation, but that person's starting to come out. They're starting to come out and feel more radiant. And as they're starting to feel more radiant, at first, this card, even though, okay, here, this is the card that's telling me the story, is at first they're down here, like hiding from themselves, and it's like they're feeling sad and not quite sure, but something lit their fire, something made them light up, something made them jump out of that sadness. And that's probably when they go, oh, I see this opportunity out there. I see something new. I see a new light out there. I see something else in the world out there, something that I didn't see before. Something that's very bright and colorful, something with new beginnings, something that has all the colors and the shine. And I believe in colors. And the colors and shine, look at it, brought out the love story already. Ooh. So I'm saying, I think that he thinks about you. I think that you probably brighten his world up. I think you actually light his fire. You actually make him feel more complete. You actually make him feel like he's got something to look forward to. And when you're not around, he's not quite whole. He's not quite complete. He's kind of more hiding and saddened. Barley. That's what I'm getting for you. That's what I'm getting. Anything else for Barley to know? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here it says, the process has been helping strengthen your own bonds. So you're feeling this light, this radiant light within inside of yourself, so it can feel more strong and so it can feel more whole. And the universe wants you to listen to the story, because there's dreams that are coming true within the story. Rather, it's win or loss with the heart, because our heart really belongs to us. It doesn't belong to someone else. We have to really make sure that we're owning our heart, that we want to share with the other person. And while it's not like this is in progress. It's like this is how he feels about you, okay? But something is waiting. There's been something that's been planted. This is a golden apple at the top of the tree, but they're waiting results. So they're probably waiting results for this feeling to actually come fully out of isolation, fully out of sadness, fully out of that lower vibrational way, so they can actually see what it is that brings this very light and colorful way, playful joy and happiness. And the universe wants you to listen to the story to the point knowing that, hold on, let me pull up what it wants me to know and then listen. What's it wants us to listen about? Yeah, okay, that's pretty much where I was going. Okay, it wants us to listen to the story because it says win or lose. This has to do with the heart. We have to master our own hearts. You have to have your heart in this fullness, in this wholeness, in this completeness. You can't be reaching out there for that person to love you, to fulfill you, to make you whole. The heart has to be whole already. And that's why we have to listen to that, because both of you are in the middle of strengthening your own hearts, and dreams are coming true with this person, but we have to wait a little bit longer for the apple to really for that golden apple to really turn gold. We Cancers are the best. We love deep. My brother, he's a Cancer. So that's what I got for you, Barlin. And then we got you want to ask how he feels about me, and what if he'll come back. What to answer it more directly is, he is in the middle of mastering. He's in the middle of mastering his heart. Okay. He loves you, but we're waiting for his heart to be mastered, because we don't want to lose the love, because if they come forward too soon because they haven't mastered their own heart, then it could hurt us more. But I don't see that happening. I seen that he is taking care of his vibrant self, his colorful self. He knows that he loves you very much, and he wants to have his heart in good order, so it's shining, so it's operating beautiful, and dreams are coming true with this one. So that's what I get. Barlin. That's how you pronounce. Okay. And then we got Sarah next. Okay, you're welcome, Berlin. I hope that helps. And we got all these dog lovers going in the chat. Woo, 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 woo. And Sarah. Okay, Sarah, you want to know if your dog Lukey will get sick and pass away. So we're going to get the yes and no. Let's see what we got here. This is about the dog Lukey. What do we need to know about the dog Lukey? Oh. I got 2 yeses. Okay, let's see if we can get a time frame. I want to know if my dog will get sick and pass away. He was exposed to another sick puppy that has passed away. It's been 5 days now and he has no symptoms. He was negative on Friday. Yeah, I mean, I got 2 yeses. I'm getting that something's not, maybe your dog is sick. So, hi Siva, so happy to see you here. Low key, icy, low key. Well, let me see if there's anything else we need to know about low key. Let's see. Forgiveness. So, I know animals come and animals go in our lives, and when they go, you know, then we grieve because they go, but it's asking you to forgive because I'm a person that really believes each and every one of us, whether we're an animal or human, that we go when we're supposed to go. We don't go any sooner, we don't go any less than. And to be at peace with, if your dog truly does go, I mean, this is just a reading, you know. I mean, I'm not, even though I've always been told I'm accurate, I've never done a reading on if somebody's dog is going to pass or not. And I'm sorry if your dog does, okay? I truly am. But to know, to hold that dog's love within your heart, within your soul, within your being. And forgive any thing that had any contribution to this happening. Don't hold that against anything or anyone or anything, because it doesn't serve your soul. To make sure that when Loki does go, whether it's now or later, but with the reading, I got 2 yeses. That blows me away. I mean, there's only 2 yeses in this whole deck. Is to be at peace with it, not to blame anybody or anything, and to maintain the dog's love with you, because that love is always there. Well, I don't like doing that reading at all. Let's see if there's anything else I can, if it gives us a time frame, because this deck gives us time frames if it wants to. Yeah. No. Hold on. When we're letting something go, that once they go, is we have to remember to feel the fun that we had with them. Remember the times of laughter and fun. We have to remember the good times, to fill ourselves up with that kind of. Little creatures have been cheering for you all day long. Is to embrace that feeling of the things that you enjoyed with your animal. I really don't like doing this reading, I'll tell you that right now, okay? If something happens to your dog, all I can say is I would like to let you know, please not to be angry about the dog getting sick, because if the dog does get sick and the dog does pass, that is still divine timing. There's divineness at play in everything we do. If that dog passes away, that's that dog's time. And to forgive anything that has any association to feeling like that dog got sick because of this one or that one. If that dog got sick and it takes his life, that was divine guidance, because it was time. Maybe there's something else going on with the dog that you're not even aware of, and that's why the life has to go now. To not hold on to any grudge or any thing, but it wants you to hold on to the laughter and the fun and the play and the joy that the dog brought into your life, to allow that piece of the dog to go forward with you, because that piece of the dog will never die. That piece of the dog will always stay with you. All you have to do is keep going back into those memories and allowing those memories to be vibrant and alive within your life, because the spirit of the dog will still be with you. Okay, all right, that's what I got. I'm hoping I help on an emotional level if something does happen, to please, 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 to allow the dog to go in peace. Okay, and keep the peace within yourself. Okay, let me see what's going on in the chat now. Oh, I'm way back at it. I did lose my little Yorkie. She was 2.5 years old, and she passed away in my arms. So I know it's not all an easy journey, but I tell you what, that little Yorkie spirit is still with me, and that happened 3 years ago. So, all right. I'm way behind on my chat, so. You had 4 pass last year? Oh my goodness. Sarah. Yeah, that's a lot of animals to go through. All right, Steve is so sorry. I am so sorry too. And my brother, he lost 2 of his dogs in this last year. We all know it's not an easy journey, but yet we can let go. We can let go of the pain of one passing. Yeah, okay, if you feel like that, I'm getting goosebumps from head to toe, Sarah. You're feeling like the forgiveness is for yourself because either you feel like it's your fault, and I'm letting you know it's not your fault. I believe every soul, every animal, every person, no matter how we go, no matter how the death upon us, that was our divine time that we were supposed to go regardless. Free yourself of the forgive yourself. Allow the dog to go in peace, and don't blame yourself. Where's that paper? Instead, allow the process to be what it is. You know, when we come into this world as humans, as animals, we all have life. There is not life without death. Death is part of the process. So when the dog passes, we need to allow the dog to go. And please, please, please don't take fault or blame. It's not your fault. It's not a fault. Yeah. Sometimes we just don't know. And again, when the animal goes, it is that animal's time. When a human goes, it is that human's time. When a butterfly goes, it's that butterfly's time. When a bird goes, it's the bird's time. It is part of life. We do not have life without death. And even though we know your pain, we can ease the pain by not feeling guilty, not feeling like it's your fault, not feeling responsible, because we as humans, we've done everything that we knew, what we knew to do. I mean, it's really important to say, I am so sorry. Please forgive me for the things I did not know. Thank you, because I love you so much. You're telling that dog that. I love you so much. You tell yourself that. Please forgive me for what I did not know. Thank you for forgiving me for the things I did not know. I love you because that's all I have to give you is love in the first place. Not blame, not fault, not insecurity, not not any of that. You did the best job that you knew how to do with all the tools that you had been given for this moment in time within your life. Give yourself credit for that. You gave that dog, or all those dogs, the life that they had up until the time that they passed. That was their destiny. That was their journey. You got to share their journey with them. Lighten your load by allowing peace to come within during the death cycle. Kristen, all right, ooh, and Kathleen, woo! All right, and I'm going to go do my Monday reading, and then Siva, if you want a reading, put it in the chat, and then we got Christian, so happy to see you here, and Paul, so happy to see you here, also, so happy. All right, so I'll show you the cards that flipped out of my Monday deck before when I picked up for the show was I had the Nine of Pentacles, which is the peacock, and with the stars. So we'll see if they flip back on out. We'll see if they flip back out when I do my Monday reading here. You're welcome, Sarah. And then I'll do you, Christine. And finally, you're here. That's all good. It's all good. It's all perfectly timed. Oh, divinely timed. I'm so happy I'm actually happy to see you here. Oh my goodness. We got the magician in the house. Magic show going. The Hierophant. First card out is the Hierophant. Hierophant, it's like, it's solid. See how the base is? The base is solid. It's growing, it's tall, it's a divineness, it's a divine order. It's the third eye can see the answers to everything that we need to know. This is like source. That's the source that's saying, hey, this is the answer. Let's see what the answer is. Give us the answer then. Miss Kathy, and hello there, Paul, and glad. Whoa, there's the Nine of Pentacles. I told you. Nine of Pentacles, the peacock. You've done so much work. You've done all these beautiful things. You've been working on your soul. You've been working on your character. You're working on everything it is that you do in this beautiful way. You've been working on it so much that you're starting to feel like this radiant, beautiful, colorful bird. That's what is grounded. That's what the source knows. The source knows what it is that you guys have been doing to allow yourselves to be this birdcock, this peacock, beautiful bird of a way. And can I ask a question too? Yes, Siva. Let's see. Rehab's current feeling towards you. Okay. All right, and then this has to do with teamwork. This is working together as a team, and I really think it's cool because these have the same symbol. It's grounded, it's whole, it's complete, it's solid, it's moving forward, but in this beautiful, awesome, amazing direction. It's moving forward with these people that are, already feel radiant. They already feel whole. They already feel complete. They already feel this shine within themselves. They feel this awesome, amazing, beautiful shine. Okay, Paul, can you take over now? Take over. We got a tower moment. Whoa! We had to have a tower moment for these two lovers to come together. Woo, woo, woo. The two lovers. They're two people operating in two separate bodies, but their heart is shared as one. It's like they do kind of the same kind of thing, but maybe they had to go through this tower moment it's to allow this beautiful, beautiful peacock of a way to shine, to allow this teamwork to actually come together, to allow. Let's see. Why is it tower moment in there? Tower moments can be good because it makes something open up. Yeah, that's what it's saying. It's make something open up. Let's see. So the divine feminine, she's like been taking care of. She's here all alone. She's like, I'm all here by myself, and she kind of a little bit naked here. But what she did is she continuously watered her gifts, no matter what was going on, with this tower moment that was taking place out there. The divine feminine kept watering her gifts while she was in the middle of this alone time. Yeah, she knows how to water those gifts. Got lovers on the table. I love it. Oh, that's the Two of Cups, but it's just as good. No, I don't have that kind of a potential, Miss Gregory. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a whole conversation going I miss. Oh, this is like there's lots of emotional choices out there, but to me, I'm always saying always go for the choice of the heart. And it has been. We've had lots of challenges. We've had to take a look at all these paths that are available. But you know what? There's this one path that we can bypass over all these other ones. We can go, whoop, make it easy, because we learned how to lay down those other four to rest. Those other four paths, we laid those down to rest because they weren't working for us, All right. Oh, I got to turn that fan on. I start reading and I get hot. Yeah. Let's see. What else the Monday cards have to say for the collective out here today? There we got the lovers. Whoa, it always has to do with the lovers, I tell you. It is. The lovers here that are the two, these lovers here that come together looking each other eye to eye are the two that are operating in two separate bodies, two separate hearts operating as one. And they've had to go through, there's all these different roads, all these different challenges, but they were able to lay down the four roads that were not working to take the simple road. And they always knew that there were all these cups to choose from, but they always knew they wanted to operate from their heart. And that's why the lovers came out. The lovers came out because it's saying this is the journey it's been on. That's what all the tower moment was about. Because love isn't always simple. But it is love. Oh, look at that. What's that? I'm going to shuffle that away. Can't shuffle that away. That's the Ten of Cups. That's unconditional love. No matter what the journey has been, you've always kept this love. And the love is all around you, and it's all unconditional. It's like that's where it all operates from, this awesome, amazing, wonderful self. Awesome, madam. Recently, I kept seeing 999, your angel numbers. I've been seeing 888s. And the star, which is wishes and dreams. Wishes and dreams are coming true. Wishes and dreams. What are the wishes and dreams? It has to do with this love story that's going on in the mix, which is an unconditional love story. And it has these lovers, they like looking at each other. They like looking at each other. They want to make these wishes and dreams come true. Everywhere. Yes, I understand. You could ask Sunny all the signs I see. The other day, what was it, Sunny? I saw the 000, 111, and then, I don't know, 333, 888, 777. Today I saw 5555. I can't get away from already being in line and being fine-tuned with the universe, Just seeing all the signs. Allowing the... and talk about nines is like getting out of the head. Like, we don't have to stay in our head because our head can keep us trapped. In fact, that's what I talk about in my show. It is the mindset. It is when we have the lower vibrational mindset that takes over the body, when we start thinking less than whole and complete. It is our mind that generates the emotion. It takes a second for the mind to generate the emotion. It takes 90 seconds to get that thought that made us feel less than whole and complete out of there. But we have to do the process. We have to do the work. When it starts to seep into our body, we have to flip that script around to a better script, a script that feels lighter, one that's not so heavy, one that we can I like that story better. It makes me feel better. And it really doesn't change my story around. What it does, it changes my feeling around. We got another spammer. Yep. And so the divine feminine, no matter, through this process, the Divine Feminine she's had to constantly protect her story because she knows what story she's after. She's always been after this love story because she understands what this love story is all about. And it is an unconditional love story that has been written up there in the stars, and she has been protecting it, where that protection, something's coming fast. Something's coming extremely fast. Fast in the deck. And no matter how many, we've had to go around this way, and we had to go around that way, and we had to go around this, we had to take every single thought that was going to take us under, and we had to weave around them, go, oh, I'm not going to stay in that thought process. Oh, no, I'm not going to stay in that thought process. I'm going to go after this better, higher thought. I'm going to go after this thought process that allows me to know that I can live in this happy ever after fairy tale dream of a life right now, today. I don't have to wait for anything to take place. I can just be happy. Be happy. Now, will I able to create a big legacy with hard work in my professional life? Through this journey, the sun shines, which is the happiest card in the deck. But why did these three cards fall out afterwards? It says this is something that's not something is being hidden. Something hasn't come out, and you think you can't see, but you can. But what's being hidden has to do with the emotions, because this has to do with balancing the lower emotions and the higher emotions. It's like if this is all your happiness and joy and laughter and play, and then this would be all the pieces of sadness and guilt and grief and betrayal or whatever that feeling is. And so that's what has to actually something within the emotional feelings is what's hiding. That's what I get with that. Some emotions have not come out within this story that's going out. Let's see. What's the emotion? The happy ever after, 10 of the cup. The happy ever after, fairy tale dream of a story. The emotion that's the emotion that's hiding. That's what's hiding in our, probably in our lives. Because we're not used to believing that we can actually live in a fairy tale dream of a story. But if you ask Mr. Gregory in there, you can, shit, Sonny, you deleted people. Ooh, Greg, he's cussing on the show. That's not people she's deleting. she's deleting spies, trolls. She's doing her job. So I love this as a Monday Tarot reading that came out, that we have the Lovers that come out, we have the Two of Cups that come out, we have the Sun that come out, we have the Ten of Cups come out, we have the Star come out, we have the Ten of Pentacles come out for the bottom of the deck, and that's a crystal clear answer with the Cup of Love, which are new beginnings. And we got this King he's been thinking about this story for a long time, and he's putting his thoughts down because he's ready to make forward movement into this love story, because he's done hanging around in that lower story. Okay, before I get to you, Paul, I have I think Siva asked a question back here. Okay, I thought Siva asked a question. Somebody else asked a question. Let me see. Sun is Thanksgiving. Oh, there it is. You want to know somebody's current feelings for you. Okay. Let's see. What's the feelings deck? what is a Rosh Hashanah? I know I'm going to slander everybody's name, but let's see what the current feelings are. What are the current feelings? Okay, this is for Siva. Current feelings. Honoring your true feelings. Well, maybe it's telling you you need to honor what your feelings are about this person. What are your feelings? Your higher consciousness knows the answer. And it says, kick up your heels. It must be something that it feels pretty good. It must feel pretty amazing. That's what I'm getting. See, but it feels pretty amazing. It's telling me that your feelings already know exactly how they feel about you. That's because a higher, look at, so honoring your true feelings, your higher consciousness knows, and then it says, kick up your heels. I mean, that tells the whole story right there. I don't even have to ask anymore. Is there anything else that they wanted Siva to know? Anything else? Yeah, feel the beauty within. Let your beauty shine. Be that beautiful person that you are. Kick up your heels. Be radiant. Let that rainbow within you shine. Let yourself keep kicking up the heels. Be that awesome, amazing, radiant soul that you are around this other person, because that other person, you already know. You know how you feel. Your higher conscious knows how they feel. And it says, let that beauty within you shine. Move forward fearlessly. Move forward in that direction, because look at where we got a romantic partner. Woo, 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 woo. Maybe you guys need to take a vacation together. That's what I say. Yeah. All right. That was for Siva. All right. And we got... Oh, Christian just dropped here for your you're asking if they want a reading. Okay. Gregory needs balance. It looks like Gregory's brain blew up, Sonny. I know, I'm way back in the chat. I'm way back there. It blew up everywhere. The orange Mustang that keeps showing up. Oh, yeah, I have had the orange Mustang. I even had one today, Sonny. I didn't tell you about that one. I forgot about that one. I tell you, it's like so apparent. And there's not really that many. But my brother says, oh, there's got to be that many if it keeps showing up. I'm going, no, there's not that many. The universe, I go for these drives. I go randomly. I don't like know where I'm going to go. In fact, where I was driving today was nowhere I've ever been since I've been down here. Just so I could see that orange Mustang driving by me. Not the one I'm looking for, but you know. All right. Yeah, that's true. You know, my brother thought somebody needed. Yeah. Okay. You guys can go back and read the chat now. Will I be able to create a big legacy and hard work with my professional life in the future? And will I make my personality like legend types in the future? Will I be successful in doing this? Yeah, once you hook up with that divine feminine, as your divine masculine and divine feminine get together with that union, then you got it made, Paul. We'll that. You know what? Let's see. Can you? Hey, I got this love letter. I got a love letter I got to give to Mickey. I want to give it to Mickey. She's been wanting this love letter, and I've been rewriting it, and I'm going to give it to her tonight. Yeah, hold on. Let me get her over here in the show. Did you call, Mickey? Yeah, Minnie, I've been thinking about us for a long time. Oh, you have? What have you been thinking? Well, I got it here. I got it right here. I got it right here in this love letter. I just been rewriting it to you over and over and over. Will you take it? Oh, Mickey, you're so sweet. Oh, look at, he's winking at me. Mickey loves me. Oh, yeah. It's been hard for me to come out and tell you, but I wanted to tell you. Oh, Mickey. Oh. Okay, not in front of the audience now. Come on, we gotta go. Bye-bye. Minnie, hey, can I pick cards for Paul? Can I pick up cards for Paul? Okay, I gotta get the deck he likes. I gotta get the deck she likes. Hold on, let me go get the deck Paul likes. I know, I didn't bring it to the table. Yeah, Mickey brought a love letter to Minnie. Yeah, he did. Oh, I've been waiting for that love letter and it finally arrived. Oh, and he delivered it in person. Can you believe he delivered it in person? How awesome is that? All right, we gotta go get those cards that Paul likes. Let's go. I'll be back. Where's my cards? Okay, I'm gonna put in a little commercial while I go get my cards. Mrs. Gregory and Mr. Sprite were chilling together. You guys are funny. You're not in contact, Siva? Well, in spirit you are. You may not be physically in contact, but I bet you spiritually you're in contact. Yeah, we are all connected. Like it or not. I see my brother already answered that question for you, Siva. Green is here for growing. Oh, and Paul has my sunflower with his green heart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Paul taught me that. I love this community. Oh, I love you guys for loving this community. We're so motivating. Well, you know, I'm their coach. And that's why they just feed off of me. Mickey. You're so welcome, Siva. And Valerie, so happy to see you here. Wow, Greg, this is great. Who taught you that? I wish I could just live in the now. It's easiest to live in the now. Because when we're living in the past, then we're going through most of the time we're living in the past and worrying about this or worrying about that. Or again, if we're living too far in the future, we're like worried about this or worried about that. But if you live in the now, then there's no worry. Yeah, let go of that worry. Mrs. Gregory, thank you. I'm grateful for you, Mrs. Gregory. Hi, Valerie. You are living in the now. Valerie is living in the now. She's here right now. Paul, believe. Make ways to achieve your goals. Woohoo, Sonny. Woohoo. Tell him. don't give up. As long as you're happy and on the journey brings you joy, and just continue to work. I'm very lucky that I taught you something, Miss Gregory. You guys are so funny. Okay, can we just get on with the reading for Pa? Pa wants a reading, and I want to hurry up and call. I want to hurry up and draw those cards, because I know it's got to have probably the same story going on. Does it have something more? I don't know. What do you think, Minnie? Well, I think that there's this love card in there. Can we put this card in there? Can we put this in there? Can we give this to Pa? Pa? Can you have that? Can you give that to your person? You live in the past like it was today. I know, Valerie, we got to get you out of that. We got to live in the now. Forget about the past. The past is already done. It's already over with. We can't change it. Only thing you can change about the past is the way you think about it. And I am just me. I love meeting people. Woo. All right. Okay. Whoa, I got to get these cards out. Minnie, can you get the cards out for Paul? Can you? Yeah, Cynthia, it's your job. Minnie, I'm going to read the cards. Okay, can I shuffle them first? Okay, you shuffle them, then I get to pick them. Okay. All right. You better pick the right ones, Minnie, because I want to hear the right answer. Are you doubting me, Mickey? Heck no, I gave you the love letter. I'm not doubting you, I'm supporting you. Well, thank you, Mickey. I love the support. Thank you for the support. Oh, you're welcome. I'd do anything for you, Minnie. Aww. Happy Duck is here. This is actually the sheer deck. Oh, the Tower moment again. The Tower with love for the Queen of Wands. This is the most beautiful Tower moment there is out of all my decks of cards. This is a Tower that when it goes off, the butterflies come out of their cocoons. They are no longer in their cocoons. They get to come out. That's why it's a Tower moment. And when the Tower happens, the squirrel is getting fed. It's like, and watching the beautiful butterflies all open up. And it has to do with love. This is love, new beginnings with love. It's a new way of offering the love that makes that Queen of Wands feel like, woo, we're ready. Come on, baby, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go forward. Whoa, because the Divine Masculine knows that he has planted these seeds long ago, and those seeds were so beautiful. They were so shiny when he put them in the dirt. Of course, he didn't really believe that they were going to grow because he doesn't know how to grow any plants. All of his plants die before they even start life. But these seeds, they started growing their roots. And when they grew their roots, they started to grow this beautiful, awesome, amazing plant, which got the Divine Masculine to really look at the seeds that he planted way back when. Oh, yeah, way back when. Valerie, you are going to learn presents. Okay, we got stuff going on. Oh, we got Tower moment. Yeah, Tower. Wow, Tower. Minnie, I thought you were going to be drawing the cards. Well, look. She's doing a good job. Look, she got the lovers. She got that Two of Cups in there. Ooh, she's doing a good job. She knew what cards to pick. Now, after they went through a rebirth. Okay. You guys, after this rebirth happened, after they could see the light, after all the other crap happened, then they could see the light. Yeah. Ooh. For this Two of Cups, see, this is two souls. They're out there. They're out in the world. They're both all out there, all by themselves. They're out there living all by themselves with two separate hearts. But did I tell you, folks? It's like Mickey and I. Our hearts operate the same way as one. We're like doing the same thing, doing the same kind of thing, day in and day out. And when I'm sad, guess what? I find Mickey sad. And when I'm happy, guess what? I find Mickey happy. So that's what I mean. Our hearts operate as one. So Cynthia, she's doing a good job picking those cards, but I want to pick the next one. Minnie, thank you for the compliment. You're so sweet. Okay, which one, Minnie? Which one? This one? This one? Okay. Oh, look at, okay, that's me. I picked the happiest card in the deck. Woo, 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 woo. The happiest card, Mickey and Minnie, get the happiest card. Woo, 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 woo. You guys, this is how to live. You live like the sun is shining, and it's so bright, and it's so radiant. You don't got to worry about nothing because the sun is shining upon your guys' life right now. It's the happiest card in the whole deck. I think I'm going to keep this card. I'm going to tuck that away. Look at Minnie pick the happiest card in the deck. Of course I did. Because, you know, Minnie and Mickey just gave me my love letter. Of course it's the happiest card in the deck because I'm so happy today. All right, now let's see what was being said in the chat before I go too far when you guys get so far ahead of me. All right. Paul would like the tower in the sexy deck. I bet Paul would like the tower in the sexy deck. You want me to pull it out, Paul? All right. Have you ever read the angel cards? I have the angel cards too. In fact, let me see. I got them because my brother had them and he was doing readings over my show. And so I had to go get one. I had to go get the deck. This deck, Valerie? This deck? I got that deck. Okay, back to Paul, even though Paul's got a beautiful reading already. All right, so, what? Oh, those are angel answers, so that's a different deck, huh? Okay. Not angel cards, or angel answers. All right, and you guys are so funny. All right, yeah. This card wants to come out. Because this happened, it allows the release of all the old stories. All the old stories of the past were able to be released. See how they just lifted up out of her? They lifted up out because there's this happiest card in the deck. Because these two are still operating together with this happy sunshine and seeing those things happen in this magical, beautiful way. We love to see the release that happens. Tower moment helps a person to change in a completely positive way, and a person becomes a little bit more mature in his life. Correct? I've actually seen it happen. All right, so what's next? That allows actually the divine feminine. She's more lightened. She feels light. She feels as if she can walk across this blade across over the waterfall, knowing this story is already written in the book. It's really, to me, I'm going to say this is her surrendering. She actually surrendered to what she felt like any outcome should or shouldn't be. She surrendered to the process and to continue in knowing it doesn't matter what happens, the story is written in the book. And Valerie, if you don't want to read with the Eckhart Tolle, it is all in YouTube. You can listen to The Power of the Now on YouTube without having to buy the book. Okay, what else? Okay, what Paul's question was about working in the future. These are angels actually working in the background. I know, let's see your question. Let me see if you're going to be successful. Oh, many already told you you're going to be successful. It takes this power couple to be together for what it is that you're looking for. That's what this is. That's the power couple there. And it's seeds that you actually planted. And you know it has to do with this divine feminine that lights your fire, that makes things radiant. And you know it has to do with this brand new love. And you know the tower moment had to happen for other things to be seen, so the butterfly can actually come out. And it actually helped with the divine feminine to release, holding on so tight, I guess, even though... Okay, so there's angels working in the background, and they're actually working with passion. They're working with fire. They're doing the work. We don't have to do all the work to allow things to take place. Sometimes we just need to allow things to take place for the work to be done. And so the angels are in the background, making whatever needs to be done to be smoothed away, to put it in this proper, beautiful place. Yeah, one day Mickey's going to take me to a dance. Maybe one day Mickey will invite me to the dance and he'll take me in his arms. You want to go to a dance, Minnie? Yeah, you want to take me? Oh, I'd be happy. I'll come pick you up in that orange Mustang that Cynthia keeps seeing out there in the world. Oh, I think she sees lots of them. Well, I got a special one. I got one that's more special than all of them together. Oh, you would personally come pick me up and take me? Certainly, Minnie. What else would I do? I want you as my date. No. Looks like those two are going to a dance together. Let's see what else the cards have to say for Mr. Paul, Miss Paul. Whoa, got the Empress on the table. Oh, for the moon, we got the Empress. We got a new moon cycle coming up. That's Wednesday, right? Yeah, look for the new moon, the Empress. She's got the world. She's nurturing. She's solid. She's grounded. She's calm. She's waiting. She's not waiting anymore. She's doing her thing. She feels better doing her thing. Yeah. She's been protecting herself, though. See how calm she is? And everyone is afraid of the tower moment. You shouldn't be afraid of the tower moment. Is the best. The person always runs away from the tower moment when he should not run away from it, because the tower moment is necessary for the development inside. That's correct. Him. So true, Greg and Paul. And it looks like we have another troll in the house. Or blocking. A tower moment isn't a block, though, Greg. A tower moment is a process. Yeah, this is about, it is about bringing equal balance together, making sure that both parties have the same amount of things coming forward. The divine, hold on. Yeah, the divine feminine, she put her thoughts down to rest a while ago, because, she just wants to remember that she wants to be calm in the process. And she knows that she has actually given out of a lot of her love, and she's continued to give out. And, she had to go into her, allowing the thoughts to lay down to rest, because she had to allow some of her vibrant self to fill back up. And see, this is an offering coming forward. This is an offering from the universe. The offering is coming forward, which is full of color, full of brightness, which is going to fill those cups within the divine feminine back up. Wow. Yes, the Empress. With the Hermit is your simple. Oh, it's coming. Things are coming into a balance. Yep. Things are coming into balance for the Divine Feminine to be up on the stage so she can continue on sharing her story out to the world. That actually helps raise the vibration level of the flow of the people, because most of them are stuck in this lower vibrational way of thinking. And she has this gift to raise the vibration level up within moments. Look at all those people have their hands. They're all raising their hands up high because they're so happy that she finally got to be on stage to actually flip their emotional scripts around to a better script, so their mindset is operating from this higher vibrational way. But there had a balance that had to come into place with both the divine masculine and the feminine. It's not one or the other. It had to come into balance so there was an equal give and take going on to allow the Empress in the house. And it looks like it should happen. That's either what's not seen, or it should happen by the next new moon or full moon. Again, the angels are working behind the scenes. What are they working so hard behind the scene? For the sun to shine. They want this sun to shine with what? With the Two of Cups. These angels that are working in the background knows when these two get together, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be a radiant shine that shines so bright that it affects other people to this awesome, amazing place that people were going to be coming forward to be within their presence. Okay, Paul, that's all for you. And the Six of Wands, that means all my questions answered yes. right there. There's your yes. Yes, yes, yes. How about yes, yes, yes? I got a video that says that with my divine masculine. It says yes, yes, yes. And then I got one that with me it says yes, yes, yes. And it's got something to do with Mr. Sprite. Sonny, you do that a lot. What, did she retract your message, Greg? It's sunshine with a sunflower. That's correct, Paul. I think somebody else asked for a reading back here. And let's see. The happy deck is here. See, that I carry this deck. I carry this deck with me everywhere, every day. Let's see, what's another deck I have? We'll do Kathleen. I got the kitty cat deck. That's the other deck I carry around with me everywhere, every day. Mr. Sprite's in the house. Woo! That's it. She got backup too. Actually, it's Mr. and Mrs. right here. Oh, we got Mr. and Mrs. Oh, can you open up? Can you open up? Yeah. All right, let's see. Not your message, Greg. She didn't do that. You retracted your message, Greg. Did you retract your message twice, Greg? What are you saying that you keep retracting your message? Is Sunny retracting the message for you? Okay. I'm going to do a reading with kitty cats. I know, let's see. Anybody want a reading? Or I can just read. Oh, yeah, and this is to allow the sun to shine. We have to know when that lower emotional field comes. You know, when Satan is trying to trick us with those less than love and above feelings. When Satan is going, hey, you want to try this out? You want to do that out? We actually said, no, we rather let the sun shine where all the sunflowers are so we can play and live in this joyful way, because I want to live from this unconditional loving self. I want to feel this wholeness. I want to feel this radiant self. You're so welcome, Paul. You know, always grateful to you, madam, and I'm sending you lots of love and hugs and lots of likes and kisses. Thank you so very much. I love you back. And let's see, what else? Here's that love letter. You want it? Here. Blowing kisses back at you. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah, it is about holding our balance. You know, when those lower emotions come into our story within our day, I mean, they can come from anywhere. You know, like when I was helping Donna just had her brother pass away in her house. I was there 2 hours before he passed away. So, you know, I pick up those feelings that she's going through the grieving, but I'm happy I was the one that was there because I'm able to help her lay him down to rest with peace, with more ease. When I told her the way I believe about death, she was going, I really like the way that you think, Cynthia, because I really believe that when we pass away, that was our time. No matter how we pass away, that was our time. It was like already pre-written before we were born how we were going to go. And we don't know that as a human being what day our day is, but when our day comes, that was our day. That was our death cycle. And if we can allow that to be part of our cycle, because we have life, we don't have life without death. And so if we could be lighter on death, then we don't have to grieve as hard. I'm not saying not to grieve. I'm saying not to grieve so heavy. So we can go ahead and keep living our lives, because the ones that have passed away, believe me, they want us to keep living our lives. They don't want us in that lower vibrational way. They don't want us, you know, feeling tired and fatigued and I don't know about this, and you know, so-and-so's energy isn't here no more. No, their energy is always right there with you. It's just their physical being isn't here with us. But their soul is always around us. And if we can actually reach out there on that level, then we can let grief be more peaceful. And when we let grief be more peaceful, then we are more peaceful within ourselves as souls, and we can live our lives in this more beautiful way. Reading for me, please, whatever the cards say. Let's all talk together. Ooh, let's all talk together. I like that. Not doing my reading, please. Ms. Gregory. Yeah. No, you guys, you know what? Greg talked through my whole introduction of the 30 minutes of my show, right, Sonny? So we can all talk through Greg's reading. Okay, you guys all start talking together while I'm doing Greg's reading, okay? So, is this Greg's reading? I just started reading, just, you know, you want me to put these back and start reading another story, Greg? Or okay, so here, we're going to start over, okay, with Greg's reading. All right, we're going to go see which one's Greg want. Oh, Gregory. That is a cute emoji, huh? Gregory. New beginnings. They're solid. They're whole. They're complete. They even got a brand new house in the picture. They got lots of land. They got even a backup house. All right. Through your hard work. Okay, so here, Greg, you're always saying I'm not showing. This is new beginnings. They're solid. They're grounded. And here's a little house. But see, you traded the little house in for a castle. It may seem like a lot of hard work through your process, but you knew the angels were watching over you the whole time. Look at the angel just ripped a hole up there in the clouds and goes, I'm going to watch you and make sure that you get this castle here. Let's start over now. Let's operate from the childlike mind. Oh my goodness, Greg, you're just throwing all the cards all over the place. We got a mini story off to the side here. Yeah, we had to lay some old stories down to rest. But again, the angels were watching you all along. You may have felt like, all these stories made you knocked down and, but this is the end of feeling that way because we got the sun shining that way. We got a page of wands. This is a page that's coming forward fast. Looks like a female. We got a divine feminine. We got an angel talking to this divine feminine, telling her stories. As the King of Wands goes, yay! That's my fiery brother. Yay! Let me see this. This is the side story, right? Okay. Because because he had to walk away from all those lower fields. That's why he's like all excited, because he learned how to walk away from those lower fields that actually brought a balance within his life, brought a balance within the divine feminine within himself, to allow some new wings to grow. The new wings were able to grow through the aches and the pains and the sorrow that actually brought another balance in. So this is balance and balance. You got some balancing going on with the divine masculine and divine feminine within yourself, and what's going on with that balance is actually giving you some more beautiful wings. You got some gold wings coming out, and you got some white wings coming out, depending on which wings you want to wear. But it is because you've learned how to walk away from some of those lower emotional fields that you used to stay in and stew in. Those ones that you used to stay in and stew in, you were able to walk away from those fields, and yeah, you're starting to feel this like fiery way because you were able to take all these stories of the past that felt like you were being stabbed in the back. You were able to feel better about yourself because you didn't take that story in as if it was knocking you down anymore, because you walked away from those lower fields. And as soon as you walked away from those lower fields, brought in a balance within your internal self to bring the Empress forward. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, what we got? We got something going down there. One on the ground, bro. One on the ground, bro. The Queen of Swords. This is a queen. She's rewritten her story. See, she's writing her story. She's rewritten her story in this most beautiful way. She got her little angel there teaching her how to rewrite that story why? Because she got away from the thought process that it was all stabbing her in the back. She goes, no, they actually taught me lessons. They let me grow. They let me become this beautiful, radiant, beautiful soul. Okay, let me see here. Got to get back a little bit. Oh, Miss Valerie. Okay, we'll do a reading on you, Valerie, again. Okay, so yeah, so Greg, I think that you're just learning how to get over a lot of old toxic ways that allowed you to put a lot of old ways down to rest, that allows you to bring a balance within. That balance within has allowed you to bring grow some new wings, and so you don't have to be operating in a raging way. And by doing that, it actually brings these new beginnings, which has this new home, a new castle, a new way of living. That's what I got for you, Greg. Okay, we got Kuhai. I want to know personality traits of my future spouse. Personality traits. Let's see. Let's see which deck to use for personality traits. Trying to think of what deck would be good for that. Well, this one is sitting out here to the side, so we're going to do this one. I don't know if it's the best one for it, but we'll see what for a Kuha. And then I'm going to get back and I'm going to do something for Valerie, see if we can. Valerie, you know, meditation, this is for Valerie. Meditation doesn't always have to be about listening to anything. Let me talk about meditation in a different way. Say if you're down by the creek and you're just watching the creek go by because you know you're just sitting there and you're just staring off into space. That's a form of meditation. Where we're just really we're not really thinking about yesterday and we're not thinking about tomorrow, but we're just like, or like if there's a fire, like maybe you're around a campfire and the fire is going and you're getting to stare through the fire. When you're staring at the fire, how your mind kind of like isn't really thinking about all those other thoughts. It's kind of glazing into the fire. Kind of that's a different form of meditation. Quieting the mind is an art. It is. We have to catch those thoughts that are, when it's coming in, that makes us, those thoughts that I'm not good enough, you need to flip it right around right away and say, no, I'm awesome, Cynthia told me. When it says, no, I'm not beautiful, and say, no, I'm beautiful because Cynthia told me I'm most the beautiful gal there is. You have to believe in and embrace that. You get the energy level in. I know you have a beautiful soul, Valerie. And if you could reach your own soul and feel what your soul has to offer to the world, to feel it for yourself. Trying to stop the chatter, it takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's learned. Because you know why it's learned? We didn't really have to learn it if we were already taught the way we were supposed to really be, but we were been taught that shut up, be quiet, go to your room, you're not good enough, I don't have time to listen to you, I don't have time to hear what it is that you have, I don't want to see what it is that what your true value is. That's the way we started life. And then when we got to be young adults, we believed in that life. We believed that we were not worthy. We believed that we were not already perfect. You know, we are already perfect because in the beginning of the show, I let us know that we are, our new perfect is imperfect. So if imperfect is our new perfect, that means we're already all perfect as it is. But to it's going back and rewriting what has been programmed into us deep down inside, and stop believing in that lie of a story that we're not worthy. Because we're all worthy. We're all awesome. We're all amazing. You're special. You're one of a kind. You're unique. And there's nobody out there just like you. Because nobody's lived a journey like you have. Let's see. Chanting's a good one. That's good, Paul. When you're trying to medicate, because when you're chanting, it like quiets the mind because it doesn't give your mind time to concentrate. Very good. Yeah. I like that, Valerie. I'm a giver. I'm an empathic. I do that to myself, and you are so right. You're so welcome, Valerie. Yeah, I love Because you will give. Somebody can be walking down the street and need something, and you'll run into your house and you'll come running out with it, whatever it is they needed. Rather they needed a sandwich, rather they needed a glass of water, rather they just needed a newspaper to read, whatever. You would provide for them in that way. I mean, that's where it all starts. It's the small stuff. Cool it. Today is Siva's best day to chant. It is? Best day to chant. Okay. This is for cool high. That's not like Kool-Aid, it's cool high. It's like cool high. Cool high. All right, let's see. All right. I'll get back. I know the question had something to do with a mate, so I want to know personality traits of my future spouse. So what came out is companionship. So I think that's cool because we're talking about a future spouse. And it says giving someone your complete presence of your astonishing gift. You know, we give it. See how the elephants, they come in together and they're willing to share their inner presence with each other. You know, they're willing to be who they truly are when you're amongst each other. So, you know, so your future spouse is one that you can share this amazing, beautiful, awesome, amazing feel. And love does come at a sacrifice. And what it says is, I actually have a story to add to this, but surrendering, it says, sometimes surrendering to painful is painful to surrender, but God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It is a sacrifice to love. And it is the pain. My story of it had to do with something else. It had to do with, like, because we're so used to holding on to these painful stories, right? And if we could, the pain is within the story of the past. But if we're living in the present moment, how can we surrender to the pain and we offer it to God? God will take anything that we cannot handle. There was a sacrifice. I remember just I know there was something very special I wanted to say here. I'm not quite sure what it is. But the sacrifice, I'm trying to think, because we have to surrender. To me, I want to say surrender to those painful stories, because we need to let go of the painful story. Oh, I know. Okay, now it's coming back to me. Okay, so, say I was married in my past, right? Which I was, but but not everybody in the chat may have been married in the past. So, and now that marriage is over with, right? And now we look back at that marriage, and there's normally pain attached to that past, you know. And if we could get to the point of realizing that past was exactly the way it was supposed to be, so we can let go of the pain of the past. So the pain of the past isn't dictating our future and our newness of our love today. Let's not let the pain of the past be the guide of our new love in the future, or the now. Because when we fall in love with someone today, I don't want the love of the person that I'm falling in love with today to be the fear of my past, which ended up being painful. I want the love that I fall in love with today to be the love that I fall in love with today, to grow with that love with me in the future, not to be carrying the past into this new love. And so that's where we surrender, holding on to the old story, as if something went wrong in that relationship, because it actually went exactly the way it was supposed to go, because everything's divinely guided and everything's divinely timed. I mean, sometimes, in this last year, I really don't even know I have a choice to what it is that I'm going to do next, because divineness is leading and guiding me to exactly what I'm supposed to do next and when. So if we can learn how to surrender and give the pain of any of our past up to God, and to trust that it all had a piece, it all had a process, so we can grow from the past, so we can go ahead and love into the now, into the future. And we're not bringing the pain of the past into the now and into the future. We're allowing the pain to let it be gone. And for whatever we cannot do on the human level, we've asked God to take off the excess weight, because that's what God's there for. But the companion that you have coming in has to do with you two have something that makes each other so complete. Just like when you touch each other, it's like all of a sudden you just melt into each other's arms. You just melt into each other's soul. You just become like one. But it did come after you learn how to surrender to the past pain. It came at the sacrifice is the pain of the past. But we gave it up. We surrendered it. But the person that you got coming forward is some beautiful soul that actually makes you even feel more complete than you already feel. Allowing all doubts and fears to as the doubts and fears come up, you don't believe in them anymore. You don't believe those doubts and fears are you. When the doubts and fears come up, that is something that has been programmed. It is a thought. It takes 1 second for that thought. It takes 90 seconds to make sure it doesn't get down into your body and take you under. But this new person that you come into together with is about allowing, it's almost like you don't even have those doubts and fears anymore. They fall off with ease. And it became so easy for you to receive the love that's being in an exchange with this companion that's coming your way. Became so easy to receive the love from the companion that's coming your way. Thank you, if Paul is still here, thank you for all your kind words and helping out within the chat and everybody in there. And Kathleen helping also. And you're so welcome, Kulha, for your reading and your guidance. And yes, you can, Miss Valerie. Actually, you can search on YouTube. The video is always available on YouTube channel. Yeah, okay, this is the finalized Kuha. It says, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way, in a delightful way, in receiving it. So a lot of it is about receiving, and what it's receiving is love, because you're actually have surrendered the doubt and fear and all of that. You've actually allowed the universe or God or source to take that off your back, so you're not actually leaning into that. You have a beautiful relationship coming forward. That's what I see. For Koha. Koha. All right, Kathleen. All right, we're doing Kathleen because I got the witchy card right here. For Kathleen, General. And whoa! Got Kathleen got strength in the picture. Yeah, I know, Greg. I'm putting these all back in here. Okay. So this is like you have strength. This is after a tower moment. See the tower? This is a tornado. Like maybe tornadoes in your past have gone on, but you're able to walk away from those the tornado moments with ease. With you have your magic wand there. It goes, get away from me, tornadoes. And you got your strength. You got your line. Your strength and courage is standing right there by your side. You're walking in strength. Today is a very special day in India, and also special for those who devote to the Lord Shiva. All right. Hello. Now, I know I have a hard time with a lot of you guys' names. Maydai Hansen. Hello. I'm happy to have you here in the show. And let's see, Kathleen, we're back. So the strength that you're actually walking forward with, that strength is actually allowing you to talk to the elder generation and the younger generation, and you're able to feel strong. You're able to feel grounded. You're able to feel complete. You're able to give and receive in a balanced way. It's not like one way is pulling you more than the other. Hello, madam. Let's see. That is I know who that is. Hanson. I'll do a reading on you too, okay? Valerie. Good night, Valerie. Come over. We miss you. Gregory, you need to go visit Valerie. All right, Kathleen. I think it's funny because this card actually flipped over in the middle of the deck, and I pushed it back in, and it still flipped out. And you're able to do this standing on one leg. It doesn't matter. You can have your eyes closed. You can, you know that you're well taken care of. You know that you're provided for. You know your kitty cats will always be around and nearby. Even if you go through tower moments, even if you go through those tornado moments, it doesn't matter. You're going to remain strong through that, knowing that, you know, through what you're able to go strong for, you know that there will always be something provided for you. You know that there will always be an offering on the table that actually brings you a better feel of a way, always allows that change. This is a wheel of fortune change. It's always going to bring something better your way, because you already know how to go through those tower moments or tornado moments with ease. With your magic wand, it's like, I'm done with that, I'm done with that, I'm done with that one. All right, I lived that one too. But you go through it real gracefully. You go through it as strong as a lion. You go through it in this beautiful, magical way. And that's what actually allows you those tower moments or tornado moments. So it's actually allowing this beautiful change to take place within your life. and it allows something more beautiful to be provided for you. Let's see what's being gifted to you. What is the change? The change is being more in balance with your whole self, your balance, you're being in balance with your divine masculine and your divine feminine self. And it doesn't matter if it seems tough, it don't matter if it seems tough or not, because you're going to always find a way to plant your, you're still going to find a way to keep doing what it is that you already know how to do magically. You don't look at things as being tough. In fact, you're not even looking at the tough side. You're looking at, how I can grow this even bigger. How can I grow this better? That's not answering the question I asked. What is coming forward? There we go. Now, what's coming forward is the sun in your life. Okay. So you're going, again, I know this card comes up for you again. It's, you've learned how to walk away from a lot of old emotional feels. Maybe old emotional feels that maybe you would have kept in and operated differently before. But no, you've learned how to walk away, and you're only taking the best feelings forward. And through those best feelings that you're bringing forward, it makes you feel like you're dancing, makes you feel like there's music in your head, it makes you feel like you're dancing this more beautiful, awesome, amazing life. As gifts are being offered to you in a loving way. Yeah, more gifts are being offered to you in a loving way. Whoa! And the way it makes you feel as if the sun is shining. It's radiant, it's bright, and look at all those pretty sunflowers. They are sunny and bright too. And we have another thank you. All right, what do I think about what's my opinion? Let's see what the cards have to say. How about that? About the war, okay? I know, I think it's, I heard this somewhere, but I thought it was a beautiful thing. It was like it's opening up the heart a little bit more. I know it sounds weird, but let's see. Let's see what this war that's going on. We have the same question in my mind. And, okay. That's going on with Russia and UK. Yeah. Russia and UK. I love the question, actually. As a reader, that's my goal, is to let's get into the deep questions. How can we get so we can look at these deep questions where it's actually bringing movement in, so we're not lost in what's going on. I might have a few cards come out because it's a big question and I want to really answer it more. Yeah. And see. It's okay, this is not from the cards. It was more what came up when I'm doing the cards. It was it went away, so it'll come back though. I promise it'll come back. Sometimes things have to happen at a bigger level. Sometimes things are happening at a bigger level so we don't see what's going on at a smaller level, or maybe so we can't see what's going on even at a bigger level. But it's wanting us to remain calm in this process, because there is actually something beautiful that's going to come out of it. I know it doesn't seem that way, but something is. And it has something to do with the way that we offer love out to the world. It's like we're rejecting the way that love is being offered, because we're wanting the world to be provided for. We're walking away from the old feelings because we want to be provided for in this more abundant way. We want to be able to see the love in the picture, no matter what we're doing. We want to be operating in love. So how can we go within to start operating from this loving way? And I really believe, I know it's a big question and I'm on live, it's not like I'm just talking to my friend, okay? I think we're going to see a third world war. Well, eventually we're going to see a third world war anyhow, because that's just it's in the picture for that. But I do believe whatever happens is actually helping us heal from our past wounds, helping us more on a spiritual level, helping us work through grief a little bit more than we have. It is a past generation, even though it's in this generation that this war is going on. How the war is being started has to do with past generational ways of thinking. Let me put it that way. It is from the thought process that has caused the conflict, or, well, if you're not going to agree with me, we're going to go to war, which brings grief in, brings sorrow in. It's like now wars all started from all those lower emotional feelings. And the only way we get past that, if we're able to heal from those past wounds, if we're able to get those people that are having the war take place to be operating from a higher vibrational way. If they were operating from a higher vibrational way, the war would not be happening. That's where spiritual growth comes in. But because most of the world is operating on a lower vibrational way, there's a lot of grief work to be done to raise the mindset to this higher vibrational way. That's love, happiness, joy, laughter, play, passion, desire, excitement. Not from belittlement, not from grief, not from, you didn't do me right, not from anger, not from bullying, whatever, those lower emotional feelings, which creates the war in the first place. But if we were able to bring our economy's mindset level up, that's why I'm here, is because I believe I have a way, when people share their stories with me, I have a way to share the story back with each individual, how to flip your actual script around so you're feeling more whole, more complete, more human. But it has a lot of healing to do with the past. We're dealing with generational ways of this is the way life has been. How do we start healing the generational ways? How do we get you guys to start believing that life is about love and above? How do we start going in that direction? And it does start from a spiritual growth. The war is on love, and you can change that. Yeah. So that's what I actually pick up without really, without really saying what's going on or not going on. I really believe it all starts with our emotional selves in the first place. We got two angry men that start this fucking war, excuse my French, which affects the rest of us. If there was someone that was able to get those angry men, let's say, to find a balance with their own emotional self, healing their own wounds of the past, what are they angry at? What are they so mad at? What are they so at rage at? If we could actually get their mindsets to be flipping around into this better emotional self, to wake them up, we wouldn't be in this war. But sometimes war is destined to wake us up. That's what I have to say. The power of the now is so easy. It's so much easier to live in the now, because if I want to fear about the future, then I start operating in fear. If I want to fear about what's going on over there, then I might start operating differently here. I have to trust in the process. I got to trust in the process of life as a wholeness. Whatever is going on over there, I'm hoping it is a spiritual awakening. I'm hoping it's something that wakes us up to a bigger level, to expand in this better level, which is really the last card that came up, was the spiritual growth. And it does talk about healing from the past. And it is talking about the grief work. It is because we have pains in the past. It's those pains in the past that cause us to make ill decisions. Well, I hope that helped with that answer. Yes. You know, it's happening for a reason. It's like opening the heart of the planet up. It's like, let's crack it open bigger so we can take care of the pain within, so we can heal on a spiritual level. Now you guys are making me get deep with my readings. I'll have to try to... Oh, you like that, Sunny? Good, thank you. It really helps me a little bit. I mean, because that's a big question. Because it's current stuff that's going on. But when you're talking to me, we're talking about the emotional self, and the emotional self has to do with the lower vibrational ways and the higher vibrational ways. And if those people were actually operating from love and above, we wouldn't be at war. But you see, most of the people on the planet are not working from love and above. We're actually operating from that lower vibrational way. Now, if we could get the planet to actually be operating more from love and above, we can get that more in a balance, so it was more 50-50 at least, instead of 80-20. We'd have more of a chance. So we'll keep going towards sharing our story to, each and every soul that we can touch, to flip your script around to a better script, so we're actually more emotionally sound. We're operating from love and above. Not wanting to take somebody's life away, but wanting to provide for somebody's life. Not wanting war, but wanting love. not wanting to try to tell somebody, see, I told you I was right, but saying, oh, I see how you were right, and I see how I was right too. Two different stories. Doesn't make one person wrong. I hope this war is a war that is truly gives us signs from the heaven. It's a war that we can remember how we actually changed our world, how it works from a higher vibrational way instead of from this lower one. If I were to wish anything upon it, that's what I would wish. Okay, that's enough on that. That was some heavy stuff. But I think some good answers came. Because if we were emotionally balanced, we wouldn't be at war. But we're not emotionally balanced. That's why I come on this show, to do what I can, to help whatever way I can, to bring a balance within this world. All right, let's see, what can I do to bring just a final reading in here, and we can call it quits for the night. Let's do this. Oh, this is the psychic card. Yeah, we already had that one come out today. Now, come on, give me a different card. Okay, what do you want us to listen to? It's each and every one of us need to do our part. Not to be operating from fear, but operating from passion and desire and excitement, knowing that whatever we're going towards, we're not, when we go to conquer the war, we're not conquering it out of rage, we're not conquering it out of hate, we're not conquering it out of frustration, we're conquering it out of knowingness, we're conquering it out of love, we're conquering it out of brainwashing their minds from that lower vibrational way is what's coming up. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no, Greg. Good night. Get out of the chat. Bye-bye, bro. These cards are pretty much just telling me what it is that I just did the reading on is it's saying, listen to the information that I just said. I have to go back and re-listen to it to see how beautiful that message ever came out. But it is about this generation taking the lead. It is about this generation flipping that script around. It is about this generation about allowing us to get our dreams out there, allowing our dreams to come true. We're not going to settle for this less than way anymore, that we want to flip our script around. We want to be living that vibrant way, and we know it has to do with it. We're giving as much as we're receiving. It becomes an equal give and take, and that's where the healing begins, is right there. The healing begins when we start actually learning to raise the vibration level up within this planet, within this world, so the people within this world are operating from this higher vibrational way. That's where the healing begins within our planet, too. That's where the healing begins within mankind. That's why he's saying, listen. Like, listen, Mikey. Listen. This generation needs to take the lead. Come on. Take the lead, because you guys got wishes and dreams. Dreams are coming true. They're coming true. And how do they come true? How do they come true, Mikey? By giving and receiving on an equal balance. Giving and receiving on an equal balance. What happens then, Mikey? Then healing begins. And to trust in the process. I think that's it is about simply loving. It starts with love and above. We got to trust in that process that we give forward. That's how the healing begins. There's nothing more for me to read. I mean, it's really just confirming. This reading is actually confirming the reading that I just did. And the Spirit just keeps saying it was the most beautiful reading I ever heard over a war. And it's telling me to tell everyone out there to keep trusting in the information that just came out. Again, I'm going to go back and listen to what I have to say. It is our mindset. When we start operating from love and above, love, joy, happiness, fun, play, passion, desire, where we want to truly create something better in this world and not something worse. That's what this generation is about. That's how this generation starts healing the world. We have to trust in that process. It's an equal give and take. Okay, I guess that's it. I didn't have anybody else asking more questions in the reading. In the chat, in the reading. Did anybody ask any more questions in the reading? No, it's strengthening bonds. And all I did was give clarity of belief. That's it, Let's see. I don't think anybody else asked any more questions. And all right, I guess that'll be it for tonight. If I had another question, then I can answer that, but my cards are all full of whatever that last question was. But it came out so beautiful. Remember to laugh every day, and remember to find the peace within yourself. Keep the calmness. And believe me, keep believing in miracles, because miracles happen when we keep believing in them. That's how they happen. Because miracles happen every single day, all around us, all the time. But maybe we need to think of a bigger miracle, like with what's going on with the war, I guess. Yeah. All right, till next time. Again, thank you so very much, everyone, for coming and joining me for the show and interacting within the chat. I really, 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 really appreciate all the interaction and giving me questions and having given readings to you guys. I love you all. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and it helps get this type of information out there to the world. I mean, as the more we can get this type of information out there, if we can touch as many souls as we can, to help start flipping the emotional script around to this better script, so we can be living in a higher vibrational way. That is awesome and amazing. You're so welcome, Kathleen. Good night. I love you all, each and every one of you. Good night. I want to thank you so much for staying till the end, because it really helps with all those clock hours on the YouTube to get those 4,000 hours that I'm after to help build my subscription up and my time on YouTube. And I want you all to remember to live your love story today as if it's already here. I want you to live, let what you do and be the romance of your life. And live from your passionate self, because that's where love resides. It resides within ourselves. Let that love within ourselves be found, and let's radiate from that point of view. And if you'd like any coaching program, or if you'd like any tarot readings, that information is down below in the description. You can also go to my webpage, which actually gives you more detailed information about the coaching, and it gives you more detailed about the tarot readings. But if you want to go right to booking a call with me, then go to Vista Books and book it. And on the coaching part, you can get 15 minutes free call with me to see if the coaching call is perfect for you. Okay, see you on the next show. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.